Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As I was coming here this evening, I felt good for the people of Lime Hall who are finally getting some road work done in their community. I feel good for the people of Tanglewood, whose road gonna start in June. I feel good for the people of Paradise Street in Breadnut Hill, whose work gonna start this month. As a matter of fact, is next week. The Chinese people said they're gonna start it next week, Minister Samuda. I'm not going to talk about Chinese people. You know, last minister talked about Chinese people get himself in problems. I want to associate myself with the people of Content Gardens, Falklands, and the general Ocho Rios area and Sentence Bay area, where we are currently or about to start doing some very well-needed patching. And there are many other communities in this constituency, and the parish of St. Anne, which has over the last 6 months seen significant road work taking place in their communities. I am not saying that we have fixed every road, but I will say as a government, we have fixed more roads than any other government in the history of Jamaica. I'm really honored to be here with you this evening. Honored to see professionals here. I see young people here, elderly. I see your leadership, both from the parish council and church. And I want to say thank you very much for welcoming us to your beautiful town of Ocho Rios and your wonderful constituency, headed by my friend and brother, the Honorable Matthew Samuda. Somebody say Ed Bartlett is sitting beside the Prime Minister in the front of the bus. Nesta have paved the road and Matthew have the hose of water the place. But I stand here not just as a minister of works. I stand here as a proud country MP. Is that difference, you know? Because country people have more road than everybody else. And them have more bad road than everybody else. So I have this great duty as the Minister of Works to not only fix the roads in urban areas like Ocho Rios, but also to think about places like Chalky Hill, where the people constantly have complained over the years, and I can tell you that we have a plan for Chalky Hill. I remember the days when I was a student at the University of the West Indies, and we were on student loan, and sometimes we never really have much. But deep down in our hearts, we always felt that as students, one day, we could make Jamaica better. Many of our colleagues are now overseas. They contribute to Jamaica in different ways. But many of us who stay here made the ultimate sacrifice and chose Jamaica. And I want to thank the diaspora who have been builders of our nation. But today I want to focus on a lot of us who chose Jamaica in a different way. We chose Jamaica as the place to live, work, raise our families, and pursue prosperity. In Parliament recently, I revealed to the country a statistic. I said that in 2013-14 budget, the previous administration for the whole entire country under NWA spent less than $700 million on road, bridge, sidewalk, gully. You want me to repeat that? In 2013-14, the previous administration spent less than $700 million on road, bridge, gully, drain. Now the NWA is responsible for 5,000 kilometers of road. And we only spent less than $700 million on that 500 kilometer of road, plus the parish council road them we help out with from time to time. Can anybody guess how much money this government spent on roads last financial year? Who bright? Last financial year, we spent $8.7 billion on road infrastructure. I know good at maths, but me take out my phone and me go calculate how much time 700 million can go into 8.7 billion. Who can help me? We have spent, I now make no mistake, them call me out for radio and say, the minister can't count, you know. We have spent 12 times more on road infrastructure in Jamaica last year than the other people spent in 2013, 2014. Why have we been able? Yeah, man, you can't clap and joyless for that, man. But there's a deeper story behind that $8.7 billion. Because I put it to you, my senior minister Bartlett, that even if they wanted to spend the $8.7 billion, they could not spend it because they did not have the money. But ask yourself the question, how come they did not have the money? We had Audley Shaw. We had Dr. Nigel Clark. And now we have the lovely Favour Williams. All three of them have done something together that since independence, many finance ministers have had a difficulty doing. Does anybody know what that is? It's called fiscal responsibility. And from fiscal responsibility, we have been able to balance our budget, raise more revenue without increasing taxes, and take that revenue and spend on your roads. This is what choosing Jamaica is about. Spend the people money upon the people things. And this administration, though not raising taxes, has now begun one of the largest road rehabilitation programs in the history of the country. $45 billion to be spent on 600 community roads. Not main road, you know. Community road where you live, community roads that some of them have not been fixed since the 1980s. Who can tell me, when was the last time Paradise Street was repaired properly? I not talk patching. And you know, I'm not too young again, you know, so if you say I weren't alive a long time that. Who can tell me when was the last time the Steertown Road was fixed properly. And when I say properly, I don't mean patch. I don't mean when you look upon it, it coming like the color where them wear in a independence where them a dance on the stage. Well, that's something they name, the national bandana where one color here, so one color here, so one patch look there, so one patch look there, so. The Spark Road is a comprehensive okay, my friend. The Spark program, unlike other road rehabilitation programs, is a program where we're going to fix your road to the highway standard. Does anybody understand what I mean by that? Because when I say we are going to fix it to the highest standard, people don't understand. So I say we'll fix it to the highway standard. What does that mean? Proper drainage. It means that instead of 1 inch of asphalt, you're getting 5-6 inches of asphalt. It means that instead of the V-drain only going 2 inches below the asphalt, it goes 1 foot below the asphalt. It means that if the contractor fixes the road and 6 months later the road mash up again, him not getting money. There was a time in our country where a man come and fix a road. And the man them at the bar with a laugh and say, watch him a fix the road. All him a do a fix if he come back, come fix it 6 months later. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. The standards that we have implemented to fixing roads in Jamaica have never been seen in many years in our communities. But why have we decided to do this? We could have get a lot more vote by patching every road in Jamaica. Allow me to tell? We could have taken the $45 billion and say we're going to do pothole free by 2023. Like some man did say pothole free by 2003. But we never said pothole free. We said Jamaican people deserve good things. Rural people deserve good things. The people of North East Centre deserve good things. And good things is good road, good infrastructure. So each constituency held consultations where councillors were present, MP was present, church leaders, you had people from the neighborhood watch, and they all came together and said, we have these roads that we think are the most important roads. Then they came and they chose 10. Because some people all have 50 roads, But we don't have the budget to fix all the roads now. So we said, let us start with 10. And then we came back and said, we are going to, before September, fix 4 out of the 10. So by September, you should have 4 brand new roads in your communities in this constituency. As I said before, this month we're starting with Paradise Street. Steertown is coming up. Marcus Garvey Way is coming up. Breadnut Hill, Eltham Heights, Farmers Heights, St. Anne's Bay to Limehall Square, Steertown Bypass. And I can say to you, that is not all that we have done on the roads. And I see my friend over there WhatsApping me saying I need to wrap up. But I have a little bit more to talk about. When was the last time you guys went to Jacksall? Or tried to drive through Jacksall? You remember 10 years ago, Jacksall was bush. Who remember? Since we have been in power, Jacksal has become like a small city. I hear over 1,000 houses out there. I hear you have KFC, Knutsford Express, Pizza Hut, courts in Jacksal. Now, with development comes traffic. With development comes traffic. And one of the plans we have to develop our country is that we're going to make it easier for persons to travel around Jamaica. A big part of the reason why we did the South Coast Highway Improvement Project, which is from St. Ann, which is from Harborview to Port Antonio, is to make it easier for people to travel from Kingston to Portland. Coming next is the Port Antonio bypass, which is going to start in June. We're also going to be doing a bypass from the highway all the way bypassing Jacksal. What that does is that it's going to, if you want to go to Jacksal, you can go. But let's say you want to go somewhere else in St. Ann and you don't want to go through that traffic. For those of you who know the South Coast, we're going to be doing the Spur Tree bypass. For those of you who know Hanover, we're going to be doing the Lucy bypass. And some of you who go to Montego Bay will see that we're now doing the Montego Bay Perimeter Road. Have you ever seen so much road infrastructure development in Jamaica? But while we're building roads, we're not just building roads for car drive pan. We're building roads to improve the lives and economic viability of the people who live in these communities. Let us use the example of St. Thomas. There was a time where if you live in St. Thomas, people afraid to come look for you. But I mean, I drive come this side, you have to go meet me at Harborview. Now, if you want to purchase a piece of land in St. Thomas, you cannot even find it to purchase. Because of the road in St. Thomas, the people's lives in St. Thomas has improved significantly. Not only that, but when we said, Minister Bartlett, we're going to give the people a new town center, many people say, it will never happen. When Prime Minister went out there and broke ground at the old Goodyear factory for the Morant Bay Town Center, the opposition said it was a pie in the sky. You know, Prime Minister is opening the town center tomorrow. That is what choosing Jamaica is about. So when we say we're improving lives, it's not just highways, it's community roads, but it's also finding ways to make your lives better. For example, the sidewalks in Ocho Rios. We are starting a program to uplift town centers, pedestrian crossings, railings, sidewalks, better signaling. For example, a blind person walking down the road in Ocho Rios, he doesn't know where he is. We have a new technology where when he touches the road with him sticking, can feel, say, him about to reach a pedestrian crossing. We have already implemented that on Grange Lane in Portmore, and every single road we're building in Jamaica is going to have tactile response for persons who are visually impaired, because they are Jamaicans too. Many times people are walking on the road and there is no railing. We started with Halfway Tree, where we were fixing the railings in Halfway Tree. We're doing better signage in places like Barbican. And Ocho Rios is one of the 10 towns that we're going to do significant improvement in pedestrian use of the town. So while I could stand there and I could list every road that we patch, and I could list every spark road that we have started, what I want to remind the audience this evening is that this is not just about asphalt, gravel, and paint. The reason why we do this, the reason why we're spending so much money on our infrastructure is to improve the lives of the people of our country. Think about the young lady who just buy her underfit. And as soon as she drive out of Fontana, she lick one pothole on the front wheel bus, rim bend up, $20,000. I think about that when I make policy decisions. How do people feel when they drive on our roads? I know that it's not perfect and it's something that keeps us up on a nightly basis, which is why we work so hard. This is why we had the emergency road patching program, Minister Samuda, where many of you in Christmas were frustrated, say, why them a patch the road in a Christmas? We were patching the road in Christmas because we were tired of people suffering from pothole. And the roads have been in such a bad condition for so long that we had to declare it a national emergency. And what I want to say to you before I leave here tonight is when you're thinking about the Jamaica that you want to see, I want you to look back at what we have done and think about the Jamaica we have become. Think about where we are coming from and think about where we are now. When I came here the last time and I turned off the highway, I never see that building there. What the building, Matthew? On the right hand side. As you turn off the highway. No, Bush did that like 2 months ago. That is what this government is about. Development, 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 development. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have a lot more to say and I'll be back. But I want to remind you, as you're making your decisions, think about the party, the government that continues to choose Jamaica. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.